everyone, Orange here. Welcome to TOA Hard August 2016. We are on floor 99. For these floors, I'm just going to kind of go over quickly what I did, if there's anything important. So for the first wave, you guys can see the team I'm using. It pretty much just stuns everything and dots kill everything. So the thing that I found most difficult were the dark vampires and then the Verd maybe. One of them had a branding effect, so I don't think I really focused on focusing any particular vampire down first. I kind of just made sure everything was stunned and then let them all die to dots eventually. And also, remember not to over-debuff them, so enemies can only have 10 debuffs on at once, so make sure that you have room to stun them if necessary. These floors in the 90s took me multiple tries. I don't know how many tries this one took, but it was more than one, so keep that in mind. I do need RNG with my team and just in general, so I just want to make sure I'm not misleading you guys and you guys aren't like, hey, she can clear it her first try. No, it's not the case. I have to try over again. So if you guys are having a difficulty with any particular vampire, like if you're like, oh, the dark ones are branding me and I'm dying, then focus the dark ones first. But I kind of found that that wasn't necessary. I pretty much just tried to CC everything, and then that's how I passed that first wave. So we're going to go ahead and skip to the second wave because it's not really necessary to go over anything else. You might see me spreading out my defense buff. There's a lot of small things, getting your despair stuns, just randomly throwing out your Beretta's thing for lucky despair stuns. Even if you're throwing it out against a water monster, sometimes it's better to try to do that with your Beretta than, hit something else that's not stunned. So those are just some small things that I can mention, but there are no water monsters on this wave. Okay, so let's move on to the second wave. So we have some occult girls and Prahas. I think I went for the occult girls first because I think they might have the occult girls, they have a built-in violent, and maybe she has a cleanse or something like that, or a heal. I don't exactly know. Praha's pretty plain, the only thing Praha will be stripping off me is my speed buff, which isn't really a threat, so I felt like the occult girls were more of a threat to my team. Can't really remember what they did, but it was more flashy than what the Prahas did, so I went for the occult girls first, and then I'm just trying to get lucky despair stuns and lucky resets, even though Praha's water, I think. I don't know why I did that. Maybe I should have tried to reset one of the light occult girls. So yeah, I went for them first. Oh yeah, they have some stuns and bullshit like that, so I just went for them first. They're more of a problem. But if you guys are finding that the Prahas are more of a problem, go for the Prahas first. So that's that wave, so let's go ahead and go to the last wave. The last wave might be a little bit of a problem. Well, I think it is. I forgot what it was. Okay, the brownies. So for this last wave, make sure that the Dracos don't get a turn at all. The Dracos are the fire brownies, so you guys probably know that they have immunity, and if they put up immunity, it pretty much counters my whole team, which unfortunately they got a turn and put it up, because my whole team relies on stuns, slows, debuffs, right? And then if they all have immunity, I can't stack them. You guys can see they do have some debuffs on right now, but I can't continue to stack, which is what my team is really good at. So right here, I just kind of have to play it out as best I can, make the best decisions possible, because the run might be salvageable. Is this actually a fail? What the fuck? Oh, it is. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Well, I think that's kind of important to include. I told you guys, I didn't do this whole thing in the first try. So once again, first wave, blah, 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 just figure out which ones are most difficult. Second wave, most likely go for the occult girls. So, okay, so let me go back to the beginning of this. Sorry, I'm skipping around everywhere, and you guys are probably like, what the fuck? Stay still, girl. Okay, so, RNG is what you need. You need to stun those two Dracos first, and if you don't get it, it's just bad, and I think I was even complaining, because I think here I didn't even stun the Dracos, but maybe I got good... Maybe this one... Oh, okay. So I moved before him, yeah. So I didn't get any of my despair stuns, even though I used 2 despair stunners and my Vero. I landed a taunt, and then my Beretta moved before that one. So like I was saying, these floors require RNG. There's no way of getting around it. I mean, there are if you... I don't know. It just depends. Your runes have to be good. You have to have maybe better monster options than I do. Monsters with more assured CC, but I don't have that, so if you're kind of in the same boat as me, you're gonna need RNG. So, keep everything stunned and stuff like that, and focus the Dracos first. And you might see me dotting up the Orions with my Vero, because dots are pretty much the name of the game for TOA. Hard, I guess, unless you're speed clearing it. But for the most part, dots are very important to kill these things, so you'll see me working. Beretta most likely won't land his dots on the Orions as often as he will on the other monsters, so my Vero is going to be the one who's on Orion killing duty. So you'll see me working on the Orions, and then just remember all the little small things, you know, trying to get lucky despair stuns, spreading out your defense debuff with your Bella, you know, spreading that out on all of them, so you get a tiny bit more damage with, like, your stomps and stuff like that. So, you know, if that Orion wasn't defense broken, I might have done less damage with my stomp, or I would have. And then that tiny bit of damage could mean the difference between a successful run and a failed run. And then that's pretty much it, you know, just if you don't have to use something, don't use it, and then don't over debuff them 10 times. Well, I mean, like, you know, if they're all stunned, don't stomp on them. There's just small things like that that you guys, that's kind of pretty easy to tell. And then I do make mistakes, so I'm not like a perfect player, and, you know, I'm not making all the right choices, but most of the time I make most of the right decisions. So then I will work on everything else and then slowly kill everything. So I think, oh shoot, I just messed this up for you guys, didn't I? Sorry. Okay, so I guess I'll just skip to the end, because you can see everything's pretty much locked down, and then I'm just doing all that. Yay, that's how you do TOA hard. Okay, so that is this floor. I hope you guys enjoyed it and liked my tips. Why did I just mess this up again for you guys? So that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you guys later.